Hello everyone on the round table conference, which is dedicated to the Youth Hub project that together with my partner Rebecca, we created the project which is called Youth Hub. Becky, floor over to you of the first words. Please start.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much, Katya. Dobry den. Dobry вечер. Actually, here it's early in Washington, D.C. I'm really happy to be here with you all. Let's see, where can we start? I've known Kate and Chernivtsi and Ukraine for many years. Тому що в Україні майже 2 роки тому я вивчаю українською.
Okay, you're doing great,
Not
Becky.
very long. Я вивчаю українську, тому що я пишу про Україну. And I love the country, and I love the project, helping special needs children. So I'm happy that you are all completed and finishing up. So I hope that you can go forward and spread the joy and love to our children who have the special needs in Ukraine. Слава Україні!
Героям слава! Героям слава! Спасибі, Бекі, спасибі величезне за твою величезну підтримку, тому що якби не ти і твоя підтримка, і підтримка команди Державного департаменту, підтримка команди Посольства Сполучених Штатів Америки в Україні, ми б цього проєкту не створили. Даний проєкт – це така крутезна можливість для дітей з особливими освітніми потребами мати якісний і рівний доступ до освітніх процесів. Наш проєкт відкрили цього року в травні місяці, і ми провели 2 складові. Одна складова була для дітей з особливими освітніми потребами, внутрішньо переміщених осіб, які наразі перебувають в Чернівецькій області. Та друга складова – це була підготувати вчителів, студентів Чернівецького національного університету, вчителів Закарпатської області і Чернівецької області для того, щоб працювати з дітьми з особливими освітніми потребами. Ми неймовірно вдячні за підтримку наших колег, наших партнерів в цьому проєкті. Нашими партнерами були Інститут післядипломної освіти Чернівецької області, Інститут післядипломної освіти Закарпатської області, Чернівецький національний університет імені Юрія Федьковича. Також громадська організація «Об'єднання задля України» та онлайн-освітній простір Communicative Language Academy. Дуже величезне спасибі всім партнерам і величезне спасибі партнерам на вищому рівні. І хочу доєднати до слова представника Міністерства освіти і науки, головного спеціаліста відділу змісту освіти, мовної політики та освіти національних меншин Коваленко Оксани Ярославівни.
Okay, I will start in English because I would like to thank you, our colleagues from the American, sorry, something is wrong with the computer. From the Embassy of USA, first of all, because we have got very, very fruitful cooperation with the Embassy and American Council as well. Ukraine steadily continues to integrate with the European and international society, and according to a recent bill initiated and registered in Verkhovna Rada by Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky on June 2023, the English language is on the way of becoming an official language for international communication in Ukraine. That is why the question of streamlining English language education in Ukrainian secondary schools gains a new and even higher level of priority for Ukraine's educational system. That is why, from the ministry side, we are very thankful Youth Hub in Ukraine for children with the special educational needs, which is supported by the Citizen Diplomacy Action Fund for graduates from the USA, the US Embassy in Ukraine, and certainly NGOs United for Ukraine, for providing equal opportunities for children with the special needs to develop the skills needed to succeed and adapt to a changing educational environment. It is very important for us to give them such opportunity, especially during wartime. You know, it's very difficult time for all students. For children with the special needs, it's a special time. And now our teachers received new instruments for teaching English for these children. And I think that it will be very useful to disseminate these materials throughout the Ukraine for other children to join to receive such possibility to use this instrument in their teaching in our secondary school. I hope that this project will be disseminated, this initiative will be disseminated for other teachers, and I hope that our cooperation with our American partners will be developed in other maybe projects later, and I think that we will have very good cooperation during these years. Thank you very much again, and I hope that all teachers will receive a very, very important impact and very useful impact for using these materials.
Thank you very much, Oksana Yaroslavina. Thank you very much for your words, and we are sincerely grateful for your support. And me and Becky and all of the team, which is situated with all of the professors from overseas, we would be very thankful if you support us in disseminating it around Ukraine, especially teacher training course that we've developed. The toolkit that we've developed for our teachers, and we would sure find all of the opportunities from our side to disseminate it and give a chance to all of the teachers around Ukraine to know how to work with the special educational needs children during English lessons, because it is especially a very focused toolkit how to work with the teachers, how to work with the students on English lessons. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oksana.
Thank you. Спасибі величезне, Оксана Ярославівна, за те, що ви знайшли хвилинку в вашому щільному графіку і доєдналися. І наступне слово передаю декану факультету іноземних мов Чернівецького національного університету, доктору філологічних наук, професору Ірині Миколаївні Осовській. Ірина Миколаївна, спасибі за те, що ви нас підтримали, і слово вам.
Дякую, Катенька. Ви будете мене перекладати чи не потрібен переклад? Бо я буду говорити українською.
Ребека розуміє,
Ребека розуміє,
розуміє
прекрасно.
українську, так,
Прекрасно.
так. І представники також розуміють.
Да.
Все
Ребека, я
гаразд.
дуже рада з вами познайомитись, бо ми з вами друзі в Фейсбуці, а тепер вже друзі і в онлайні. Шановні колеги, я дуже щиро рада тут бути і засвідчити свою повагу до проєкту і до його організаторів і виконавців. Ви знаєте, кожен проєкт, він оцінюється з різних позицій, звичайно. Є такі бездоганні наукові проєкти з такими проривними результатами, вартісними, да? Але для мене от такими істотніми є проєкти, які мають таку емоційну, гуманну, емпатійну складову. І сьогодні ми з вами відзначаємо саме такий проєкт, який об'єднав команду насамперед не задля якихось матеріальних зисків, да? А зібрав людей небайдужих. Це риса, яку я з певного часу надзвичайно ціную, особливо. Власне, об'єднав задля забезпечення адаптації діток до освітнього середовища мінливого в будь-які часи, в часи війни особливо. І мені страшно приємно, що серед організаторів близька мені людина, не лише фахова, але така чуйна і атмосферна Катя Худик, яку я знаю 100 років і пишаюся разом працювати в університеті. І від імені факультету, і від імені університету я щиро дякую не тільки моїй любій Каті, але всім дотичним за таку копітку працю. Ну і що бажати? Нових стартів, звичайно. Дякую вам, колеги. Всього найкращого. Дякую.
Спасибі величезне, Ірина Миколаївна. Ми переходимо на таку коротку складову звітування. Ми ще очікуємо наших гостей, які доєднуються, і ми будемо надавати ще слово нашим партнерам. Але ми переходимо на таку складову, де ми будемо вітати наших керівників нашого проєкту, і ми будемо розповідати, і також будемо ділитися нашими звітними результатами, як по складовій від нашої роботи з викладачами. Також ми запросили наших учасників, які будуть ділитися своїми враженнями від проєкту, і також у нас керівник по роботі з власне дітками з особливими освітніми потребами – це Ярослава Каланча. Ярослава, чи чути нас? Будь ласка, слово
доброго
вам.
дня, товариство, доброго дня, Катерина Георгіївна. Рада вас всіх вітати. Мене звати Яра. Я сьогодні звітую стосовно нашого проєкту, що ми зробили і що, можливо, ми в майбутньому ще зробимо. Нами було проведено 140 уроків за звітній період 5 місяців. Ми надавали послуги за такими дисциплінами, як німецька мова, українська мова, англійська мова, природознавство, шахи та спорт. Також ми відвідували Чернівецький національний університет, ботанічний сад, контактний зоопарк, екологічний центр. Також діткам ми пропонували майстер-класи. Це було плетіння патріотичної атрибутики, зокрема браслетиків та брелочків, плетіння з проволоки, де ми запрошували наших майстрів буковинських. Також у нас був цікавий майстер-клас з надання першої медичної допомоги. Був наш головний один з представників лікарів Чернівців. Також у нас був майстер-клас з музикотерапії. Дуже діткам подобається вивчення іноземних мов і також уроки природознавства, де вони мали можливість висаджувати квіти, спостерігати за їхнім ростом та створення квіткових композицій. Проведено нами 140 уроків, і дуже діткам подобається саме офлайн заняття, тому що вони безпосередньо соціалізуються, можуть спілкуватися з тренерами безпосередньо. Дякую.
Дякую. Ярослава, це той мотиватор наш, яка працює вже, Яра, скільки років ти працюєш з дітками з особливими освітніми потребами?
Більше 10 років на волонтерських основах, в різних проєктах.
Да, і коли ми з Ребекою говорили про те, що хотіли би створити певний проєкт, я поділилася історією Ярослави, яка яка просто поділилася ось таким самим сокровенним, що вона допомагає діткам з особливими потребами. І ми максимально, як ми могли, ми підтримали Ярославу в цій ініціативі. І з Яриного досвіду вийшов такий прекрасний проєкт, який дав можливість нашим дітям бути в контексті освітнього простору і продовжує також дарувати посмішки і, напевно, ось цю безпеку для дітей, які мало того, що внутрішньо переміщені і з особливо освітніми потребами, але й з тим, що вони не полишають надії, і вони, напевно, найбільшими мотиваторами нашими є в нашій роботі. Напевно, Яра, ви погодитеся, так, з цим?
Так.
Передаю спасибі величезне Ярослава за короткий звіт і передаю слово нашому лідеру, який очолював відділ по роботі з викладачами і з командою експертів з Сполучених Штатів Америки. This is Ivan Koperlos. He is the representative from Zakarpattia region, and we got acquainted with him on one of the trainings and courses from British Council Ukraine, and we decided to work together. And Ivan was one of the brand leaders of the cooperation with the teachers and was responsible for the teacher training and all of the experience and expertise. Please, Ivan, floor to you.
Thank you so much, Kate. That was so sweet. Yeah. And first of all, I would like to say a huge thank you to Katerina Hudek, because she was that, driving force who organized, who was supporting, and who was managing the project. So definitely all of the inspiration was coming from her, and then it was like passed down to all of the following steps. So thank you so much, Kate, for that. And that's just truly amazing. Yeah. So in cooperation with our American colleagues, we've compiled a toolkit for teachers who work with students with special educational needs. So it consists of several parts. So the first part is a short description of the manifestations of the conditions and disorders the students may have. So just for the teachers to get acquainted with those conditions. So maybe they have already worked with the students like that. Maybe they're just going to have those students. So we just wanted teachers to be aware of all the possible conditions. The second part was just a compilation of some sample activities for different conditions. So we've divided them into several parts. So a teacher could pick up an activity and just compare it to his or her situation in the class, and then just adjust it and apply and successfully provide the, as it was mentioned previously, provide the, I would say that safe and comfortable environment for all of the students. And the final part of the toolkit was the set of reference links and sources. So that means the teachers who want, and I believe everybody wants to continue to broaden their knowledge on this topic, so they have a lot of different sources to follow and to expand their knowledge on these topics, on these issues, to follow different courses, different sources for activities, and so on and so forth. So we've managed to deliver the course to around 40 participants at this cohort. So they were actively engaged in all of the activities. They were discussing, they were generating ideas, they were brainstorming. That was just something amazing. So that mood of cooperation was really incredible. Speaking about the live sessions that we delivered, they consisted of two parts. So the first part was normally a kind of a theoretical part. So our colleagues, our professionals from abroad, they were delivering detailed, well, we've managed, so they've actually managed to condense a lot of good and useful information into a 1-hour presentation, and then we had a Q&A session. So Daniel Leach, who is unfortunately not able to attend this time, he is a special education and science teacher as well as a college professor. He was presenting on the topic of how to make a classroom a safe place, how to deal with students with challenging and very challenging behaviors. So we had a lot of useful tips from him. That was really nice. And then we had Erica McClure, so clinical assistant professor in special education and applied behavior analysis at Purdue University. She delivered the presentations on the topic of teaching students with anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, which is really to the point, which is really the thing that happens a lot to the students right now. She was also delivering the presentations on how to deal with students with ADHD and autism spectrum disorder. So that was really a fruitful cooperation, because we had the knowledge and then we just broadened that with the help of those presentations. And Clement also delivered the speech on how to teach students with Down syndrome and learning disabilities. Again, very practical, very achievable, very doable things were presented during those presentations. And after that, we had the second part. So after the presentation, so each workshop, each live session, we had the second part where we cooperated with teachers. So they were developing the activities based on the toolkit. So they were improving them, they were applying them in their classes, they were analyzing, they were sharing their thoughts, and in their breakout rooms as well as in plenary. And then we just compared them, we brainstormed, we discussed if the activities were to the point, if they could be suitable for their situation or scenario. So that was very productive, I would say. The cooperation was definitely fruitful, and I'm really grateful to all of the teachers who participated in the course, all of the teachers who were ready to, after school, come and broaden their knowledge and dedicate themselves to expanding their toolkit in their heads, actually, so the thing they can do with their students. So, and that's the most important thing that I would like to mention, that we've done that for those students who need our support the most. We've done that for all the students, we've done that for Ukraine, we've done that for ourselves, and that is truly amazing. So once again, thank you so much, everybody who is connected to this project, and I believe this is what we need right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your feedback. And right now, like, what is the feedback without the participants? We would kindly ask the participants to give a floor and to share your feedback to how it was, and just drop some ideas, what worked and what didn't work. The welcoming word is to Olga Bashley. She was the representative from the Chernivtsi National University. Ola, are you with us?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay,
Hi.
good. Hello. Floor goes
Hello.
to you. Hello, Olga.
Hi, everyone. Nice to see you. Kate, thank you very much. I was so glad when I received the link for the whole thing. Ivan, thank you very much for creating this nice and pleasant atmosphere in the classroom. And I was thinking, always when I attend any seminars or courses, I imagine myself as a student. So it felt really good to be a student, because first of all, I learned a lot. I really like the presentations by Erica, and like so many things that opened my mind and my eyes. I honestly really like the presentation by Alexandra, I think, right? Pascal, right? It was really something new with the breathing techniques, and it might seem a bit of a different area, but it's so applicable in terms of our teaching practices and our personal, let's say, life and experiences. What else? Another thing that I really enjoyed is working with the colleagues teachers from school, because the perspective that I have at university is completely different. We teach students who are going to be teachers, but still we don't have enough skills and enough competence and expertise in that area. So I really enjoyed our sessions in breakout rooms and talking to school teachers and having listen to their real stories with real pupils and their real challenges. That's number two. And I guess number three, like every one of us wants to be noticed and wants to be heard. So I felt like I was heard enough and I was noticed enough. And there was much freedom, much autonomy for us. Many thanks for the materials. I mean, I honestly downloaded everything that Ivana was sharing with us, presentations, links, documents, books. So I'm gonna use definitely that with my students. And I am very hopeful that we're gonna change something in the future with the education system, especially in terms of teaching SEND kids. And I'm very hopeful that my students, our students, Kate, are actually gonna be good teachers, new generation of teachers. Thank you very much again. I really enjoyed.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ola. And one more participant, it is Svetlana Melnik. Are you here with us?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here. Okay, hello everyone. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you everyone who were in this course with us. Firstly, I'm huge thank you, Vanya, for your support for us, for all our colleagues, for all foreign speakers, of course, for you, Katerina, for this perfect course for teachers, because it's very necessary and useful for us, really, because unfortunately, we live in a time of great challenges for our country and education as well. So it was very necessary and useful to learn more about how to work with special children, how to help them learn English comfortably and cheerfully without matter anything. So after all, it is very important that all children have conditions and opportunities for quality education. And I want to say something so cool about our toolkit, because it's probably one of the most useful discoveries in this course for me personally, because here the theory and practice of working with children with special needs is collected as clearly and concisely as possible. It's a really so useful toolkit. It's very necessary for all teachers, not just for English teachers, because it was too difficult to discover more and more about some problems and notice how to use some strategies, how to work with some students, and toolkit was the biggest help for me, really. Also, I would to say thank you a lot for our international teachers, for our speakers, because it was so interesting and useful to know more and more about something new, about the strategies and some ways how to work with special kids, about experience, what they tell us, and how we can explain our experience for in international way. So thank you a lot. It's a huge thank you again and again, and you are cool, and I hope to see you and work with you in the future. Thank you a lot.
Thank you very much, and thank you. It was our pleasure, Svetlana, and all of the other participants when we just started the project. So I'm going to, before we're going to have some practical things with one of the how to introduce the experts in cooperating with the self care and with the care for children. It is Alexandra Paschal. She is a team lead in the Communicative Language Academy, and she's going to introduce herself in few minutes, and she's going to deal up with some practical aspects. I'm going to share with you where you can find our information. So on the website of United for Ukraine, you have have the for teachers zone. You have also the reports, and you have the team zone. In for teachers zone, you have a toolkit, you have the recordings of the sessions and the workshops, and also you're going to have the recordings. What is very important that you're clicking over here and you are clicking on the toolkit, and you have a toolkit over here that you can work it on. So you can use a toolkit, you can send it to your students, because me and Ola and the other participants, we are cooperating on behalf of the foreign language department from Chernivtsi National University. And we are responsible for the preparation or giving a classes of methodology. And one of the modules, it is the special educational needs module on the 4th year. That's why there were about 40 students of this course, our students with whom we are working on the course supported by our project. And you can also use it, and we are sharing it. And thanks to the head of the department, Nadia Grigorevna Yesipenko, who supported very, very much our initiative to include our students. Unfortunately, she can't join us today because of the connection issues, but she's saying to everyone hello. So this is a toolkit that all of us, we can use. You can use it with your students, and if you're working with your colleagues in the regions of Chernivtsi and Zakarpatska region, please use it, share. But when you are sharing it, please speak on behalf of our project and include us in your stories. So this is probably the rough end of the reporting from the project, and the floor goes to our expert, to Alexandra Paschal. And Alexandra, floor goes to you, and share with us what you're gonna share today with us. Sashenka, do you hear us? Yep. Okay. Sash?
Yes, hello, you do hear me?
Yeah, I'm if you need to share the screen, you can share the screen.
No, thank you. I would love to have a discussion without any presentation and sharing the screens.
Okay.
Because because everyone uses it, and as far as I'm recently from the another education and from the lectures, so I do need to admit that up-to-date tools are too much of them in everyday life. Let me introduce myself. I do have a teaching experience more than 15 years, I suppose. I used to work with the kids from 3 months as well as the adults, and now I work with the adults of different ages and levels. And as far as I'm doing a research in pedagogy and psychology together, because I'm a piece of psychologist, but in a special direction, which is very popular abroad, but it's not so much popular in Ukraine. It is dance movement therapy. So it is the connection of the emotions and mental problems with the body. So, and as far as previous week, I was very happy to visit the exams of the choreographers and the performance in a psychological aspect of the choreographers who are going to be the teachers. I actually made a correlation with what is the issue nowadays for being a teacher to being an innovative teacher. And I would love to talk with you about that, and maybe to hear your opinions on this point. So as far as we all are the teachers of English, we do understand that in the major cases, we are trained in the language. Yeah, so we need to use lots of techniques, lots of strategies. We need to know how to build the lessons, how to make the plans, how to use the variability of tools. So we are responsible for such tools as clear communication, clear commands, real-world examples, like our ability to use technology and media and incorporating this technology into the classes, hands-on learning, like assessments and feedbacks, so all kinds of encouragements, and we are all the time trained in these specific directions. It's neither good nor bad. It's an important tool because we are responsible for building not only the language background and the knowledge of the language, we also, as the teachers, are responsible for, you know, what kind of thing, like quality of thinking. I came up to the conclusion recently that we should be focused not only on the formation of the great vocabulary and grammar background, but we also should be focused on the formation of a creative personality who strives for self-improvement and wants to deepen their knowledge and teach others. So, and what is the major in this point, as for me and as for the many pedagogics grade one teachers who I do know personally, they do move from psychology this great quotation that we, like teachers, our bodies, our personality is the major, is the most important instrument which can either support or destroy the processes of studying and actually our impact on the others. So we are the instruments. All our knowledges, that is great, but we never speak in the major cases about such a kind of thing, as Kate already mentioned, as a support and safe environment. So, and we do believe that like support, safe environment, it's more about the family issues. But what I should admit, observing the classes and having the classes offline and online, this is what actually makes the success. So it happens like the piece of class is a piece of super ego. So we, in a period of 45 minutes, 30 minutes, or 60 minutes or more, we create a super ego from day to day, from class to class. And this is a kind of shared ego. This shared ego appears before us. So like personality moves a little bit apart, the personality of the teacher, but we get a process of identifying the awareness of each responsibility for the process, for the development of the personalities that are in front of us, for their being able to think, to act, to feel, and to show equally their emotions as well as knowledge. Because yeah, nowadays we are so much focused with you on the points of grammar, tests, success, all that success should be measured. But you do agree, as far as lots of you, and it comes day to day even more, that we face people, children with special educational needs. And for these children, the most important is the presence of the teacher, not the leading position of the teacher, but the presence of the teacher in their points and in their processes of acknowledging the life through the different language. To be more specific, there is a great work of actually dance therapist Peggy Hockney and Elena Ceruta from Italy. They do work with children with special needs from the early childhood, and they got great results in this. They do learn them to walk, to speak, to move, They do learn them to socialize from session to session, but the techniques that they do use in everyday sessions are actually the same that I do believe should be used by the teachers, and the teachers should be trying to do that. Those who were present at the session, which I was invited to have, it was about the breathing. So I spoke about the breathing processes, that give the kind of stabilization of the environment, even not only the state, but also the environment. And what I mean out of this is that nowadays, we can even say like this state that contemporary teachers, you do know there is like a contemporary dance, contemporary art, and I have such a term as contemporary teacher. So contemporary teacher has to juggle with the classical perfect background techniques, which we are trained in the special courses in the universities, as well as the deep knowledge of English, and to juggle in the period of being personalities and admit and feel and move with the personalities in the class. Because I believe that the most of you will agree with me that nowadays children are different in their way of thinking, in their way of observing the information. And it's not just either our information is effective for them or not. It's about their ability to think differently. And what is a must from the teachers, as well as teachers of the language, not to frame them and not to make them learn only the limited and framed structures, which are, of course, important by the programs. After the analysis of the modern trends, and having not seen much about the techniques of combining all these things together, I mean that I'm confirmed, yes, that the research is in the development of training fields. So to compare the pieces of movement, body, and personal growth of the teacher connected to the personal growth of the children. So to be a supporter, to be a piece of the synergic system. If you do know how the big family of fishes move, so they do it in chaotic way, but rather organized. And this is a kind of representative of synergy. So the ideas of many pedagogics nowadays is that we need to learn and to provide the idea of synergy in the classes. So to be able to build the generation with self-identity, as far as it is a very important issue nowadays, with ability to connect knowledge, emotions, speaking and thinking together, and be able to represent it, to share, not to be afraid to be themselves. And this is, I do believe, helps only the way that when the teacher understands that teaching process is a creativity, and we as teachers need to improve creativity in us, to grow this creativity if it is somewhere deep down with the plans and syllabus. And when creating and developing the creativity in our lives, in our souls, we are able to share, to present, to show, and to burn out, to fire this creativity in the children, especially with the educational, with the special educational needs, because they are much more sensitive to the disbalance in the environment. So what I mean that nowadays, why I just speak about the personality of the teacher as the main instrument. So to my personal opinion is that nowadays the teacher, the modern teacher, is a universal performer, should be a universal performer, a creative director, and a teacher who is oriented to a personal approach in the work. So unfortunately, some of the pieces we are not able to get in the pedagogical universities or any courses of improvement in English. I do believe that nowadays it's a must to implement the courses of coaching, mentor support, or pieces of psychological instruments that support this thing and that can build this environment where each personality, each child, like a snowflake, can be identified, cannot be limited or broken, but can be taught how to deal with the structures, how to be free in some special environmental issues, like in grammar rules. So, and to see, feel, and admit the desires and the borders of the other people also. Because I'm sure that those who work with the children with special needs, you see that their senses of self borders or of the borders of the opponent are rather not limited and not visible. Because for them they're totally different, and this is a kind of safetiness that we suppose as teachers to bring into the classes. So what I mean that modern teachers should not only be focused on the great ideas of training, games, educational technologies, and so on and so forth, but we also need a little bit step aside and to be able to challenge and to feel the changing of the environments, the changing of the moods, of the emotions, and to pay attention to this, because we know that already it's a proven fact that the more positive emotions are got, the better information is absorbed, and the easier this information can be showed and performed by those who got this information. And this is a kind of critical thinking and self-identification which we suppose to present that here and now we are able, we know the techniques how to move from the plan to the supporting elements and change according to the needs, because it is absolutely normal that we do have the periods of high activeness, low activeness, the middle. Unfortunately, these emotional and physiological aspects are not implemented into the plans of education. And unfortunately, what I do observe nowadays, that even knowing the fact about the war, about the stress, about the stressful environment, the majority of teachers in schools, in the kindergartens, in the universities are not adopting the educational process to these aspects, because we don't pay attention that our bodies cannot react the same as in safe environment, that we need to identify that the space that we provide during the classes and that we do see during the classes should be and try to be as safe, as understandable, as patient, as sensitive as possible, even sometimes when you need to move away from the plan, because what's more important, to follow the plan or to build the sustainable environment as well as the future generation, with the identification, with the fully identity, and with the understanding that emotions, feelings, knowledges, they can easily share in any language when they do understand how to speak this language. Yeah, so we do need to perform in educative process as in on the stage. So with paying attention to the changing of the environments. This actually correlates, just a piece, yes, this actually correlates to the holistic process of learning by David Kolb's, who admits the fact that the combination of total opposite structures nowadays must be implemented into the classes, into the educational system, to build the creative thinkers and to demonstrate their ability, to help them to demonstrate their ability to perform in certain environmental issues, in certain aspects, and not paying much attention in what language they do say these things, and they do perform and they do act. So for me, personally for me, the personality of the teacher nowadays is the main instrument. And we should, each of us, think about how to make this instrument long life, educative, yes, how not to burn out, and how to learn to listen to ourselves, to our bodies, to bring through the teaching for ourselves the positive emotions and implement them and share and show them to the auditory which we educate. So this is called in kind of sphere, in some methodology about psychological trainings, it's called like practical learning and self-awareness, through the self-awareness. And for sure, in these cases, I should admit that sitting 45 minutes at the desks ruin all these connections, and the children need to move around. So that's why when we were speaking previous time, I admitted the fact that we are able, we are not forbidden to make them move a little, yes, to make them feel the space, to make them look at the space and touch the space, so to be more self-confident, to feel themselves more self-confident, as well as to be able then to perform as they are and not who they pretend to be. Because nowadays what we do see much, that children try to be those who are better according to the conditions, but not who they are. And the psychics suffers much. The things that I do see nowadays, even at the students who I see of the first course at the exams, these are dancers, and still they all suffer, and they all do show lots of tragedy. So the majority, for example, there were like 30 presentations, and out of the 30 presentations, 28 presentations ended with death. So they are dying or they're committing the suicide. And that's a disaster. This is our generation. So what is spoken much nowadays in the pedagogical sphere, in choreography and psychology, that we need to learn to understand ourselves, to use our personality and our personal needs, and transform them as teachers into the classes, to present the students that being sensitive is not it's neither bad nor good. Yes, that show physical some actions, some activities, it is great. That there should be the connection with thinking and speaking, and the connection with thinking and speaking in the language can be only through the emotions and through the total awareness of here and now. And that with the structures of the English language, for example, or German language especially, which is very mathematical for me, we can present not only what we need to learn by heart with the children, yeah, but we can present the variability of forms of thinking, and to build in the new generations the quality of thinking, not only the quantity of vocabulary, which is great for sure, but the quality of thinking as well. It will be transformed into the quality of presenting the information and the quality of treatment the environment and the society. So, and to change the frames of thinking models. So with what I started and with what I end, our personalities is the main instrument for education nowadays. Not only like all the strategies that we do learn day to day and implement into the classes.
Thank
And
you.
especially,
Thank you,
yes, especially,
Sasha. Yeah.
yes, you're welcome. Especially, I would love to share the great quotation from Igor Kozlovsky. Just yesterday, listened to his lecture about existential identification. He said that in the identification of the nation starts with the sense of belonging, and nowadays this sense of belonging depends on how we think, of the quality of our thinking.
Yes.
So yes, so I do believe that we build the quality of thinking because we're able to present the ways of thinking and the categories in 2 at least languages.
Sasha, thank you very much. It is like amazing, seriously. I was just listening and I was transforming everything and processing this information in my head. And I do believe that all of our participants, they were also just completely taking all of the information. The key ideas, think about yourself, about your body, think what do you do, how do you do, and what do you perform, and cooperate with the audience and do like the best what you can do. Also, ladies and gentlemen, in our chat box, I've shared with the work that Sasha has voiced out during her speech. So you can find it, and this is a book which is needed to read, so you can do it.
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry. This is I will make a screen of the book, which is better because
Okay.
this is very fundamental for those who move with the bodies. It is great, for sure, it's great, but this one is not presenting the cases. I will show you the
Okay.
book with cases.
Okay.
Okay. This is
Yeah,
great
and
for
we
this is great
yeah.
for personal usage. Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Not easy, but great.
Thank you. We are going to post the book, the recommendations from Sasha in our website. So just attend our website and you're going to see it, some recommended literature for you and for your colleagues. Thank you very, very much, Sasha, for your time and for being with us and supporting and sharing with your expertise with the teachers and the students. And thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting. Yes, if you need some pieces of practical cases, I can share with you, and you will then share on the site.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We will definitely need, and we will definitely give you a chance. And the final.
Sorry, Kate, looks like your mic is off. Sorry.
Ну, так сама собі поговорила, я перепрошую.
It's all right.
Thank you. І переходимо до подяки до нашого партнера Інституту післядипломної освіти Чернівецької області. І у нас спасибі величезне представникам Інституту післядипломної освіти в обличчі директора Інституту післядипломної педагогічної освіти Наталії Костянтинівни Куриш та методиста Інституту післядипломної освіти Світлани Михайлівни Куриш. Передаю слово Наталії Костянтинівні. Спасибі величезне за те, що ви нас підтримуєте, за те, що ви підтримали нас і дали можливість долучитися з нашим проєктом до вчителів Чернівецької області. Наталя Костянтинівна, прошу.
Доброго вечора, шановні колеги. How do you do, наші партнери? Я вчила англійську мову, я розумію на рівні учнів, але не можу спілкуватися. І сьогоднішня зустріч десь стимулює до того, що треба удосконалити володіння англійською мовою. І я думаю, що я подолаю цей не бар'єр, але цю мету і цю мрію. І вдячна від колективу інституту післядипломної педагогічної освіти і Світлані Михайлівні, і Катерині Георгіївні за те, що ми маємо можливість співпрацювати і долучити наших педагогів до реалізації такого молодіжного хабу в Україні. Маємо можливість десь забезпечити для наших діток з особливими освітніми потребами умови для того, щоб навчатися, тому що знаю, що проведено дуже багато уроків, розроблено, і вдячна нашим закордонним партнерам за те, що обрали саме наш регіон, тому що знаю, конкурс був непростий, але Чернівецька і Закарпатська область завдяки громадській організації «Єдині задля України» виграли такий важливий проєкт, і ми можемо його реалізувати. Вдячна за те, що долучили саме педагогів наших регіонів, і майже 70 педагогів пройшли навчання. Навчання, я зрозуміла, дуже потужне, тому що тренери – це чисто англійська мова, і стимул для того, щоб ми працювали, ми діяли, ми рухали нашу освітню систему дуже великий, тому що англійська мова – це мова не буденна, а мова інтеграції України в Європейський Союз. І зараз той час, коли українці перебувають в різних куточках світу, важливо вміти спілкуватися, вміти комунікувати, вміти ділитися тими проблемами, тими перемогами, які є у нас на Україні. І ця мова, яка нас поєднає, нас об'єднає, це є англійська мова. І саме інклюзивне навчання – це те навчання, яке прийшло до нас з-за кордону. І ми маємо можливість, ви мали можливість, я думаю, я більше вникну десь також у цей підхід, який вам був пропонований, яким вам був десь реалізований. Ви почули досвід закордонних партнерів, ви поділилися тими методиками, які можна реалізувати в українській системі освіти. Це дуже важливо, тому що тільки завдяки обміну досвідом ми зможемо досягнути успіху. Люблю обмінюватися, люблю виходити за рамки обмежень і наших регіональних територій, тому що в сусідів може бути краще, а ми загубимо той досвід в себе, перебуваючи в замкнутому просторі. Тому діліться, обмінюйтеся, долучайтеся до різних проєктів. Інститут післядипломної педагогічної освіти вдячний також і Закарпатському регіону, тому що ми інтегруємося навіть в межах України і отримуємо чудові результати. Вам успіхів, не зупиняйтеся. Маленькі перешкоди, які є на Україні, ми подолаємо спільно, тому що ми сильні, ми освітяни. І пам'ятайте, ми навчаємо тих дітей, які будуть розбудовувати і відбудовувати Україну. Допоможіть їм. Дякую. Слава Україні!
Героям слава, спасибі, Наталя Костянтинівна, за вашу підтримку, і спасибі всім партнерам, хто нас підтримував, підтримує, і ми дуже сподіваємося буде підтримувати в наступних наших починаннях. Ну і фінальна така у нас the final round of me and Becky. We are going to say everyone thank you for your time, for your dedication, and thank you very much for giving a chance to all of us to share, to support the children with the special educational needs and the teachers who are working with the special educational needs, because it is very important. Like when we were planning together with Rebecca the project, and with Yaroslava and with the whole team, we were thinking, how to make this project sustainable. It is to give the tools to the teachers, is to support the teachers, because every single teacher, he or she, they have children with the special educational needs, or children who are suffering with the trauma right now in our everyday work. So thank you one more time. And Rebecca, floor goes to you to the summary and to finalizing.
Чудово, чудово. Дякую вам. It's been fantastic, Katarina. Дякую. Ivan, дякую. Ivan, як життя? Ivan.
Чудово, чудово, дякую, Бекі.
Акценти. Дуже добре.
Thank you, thank you. Як і
Англійською
ваш.
акценти дуже добре.
Взаємно, взаємно, Becky. Thank you. Your accent, your Ukrainian accent is almost perfect. Like 2 more meetings and it's second to none.
Oh, please. Будь ласка. And it's also good to see Svetlana. I met Svetlana 10 роки на Чернівці at the English Olympiad. Yeah? English Olympiad?
Yes, Svetlana.
Yeah, Becky, we had a nice history working together at the Olympiad. It was a nice time while working in the Olympiad with you.
You look exactly the same.
Oh, thank you.
You look exactly
It
the
is
same.
around
Чудово.
6 or 7 years ago, yeah.
10,
No,
Svetlana
10.
Mikhailivna. 10, and you look the
10 years
same, you
ago.
see?
Thank you, thank you.
10 or вісім? 8 years?
8,
I
8
think
years. 8. Yeah.
Thank you to everyone. Fantastic job. So good to hear about all the accomplishments and the wonderful the wonderful website and toolkit. Let's go forward.
Yes, and we know, Becky, you have the report. We were chosen as one of the teams to report back in Washington. Can you speak in more details how we are going to report, like when it is going to be?
It's fantastic. Where I'm going to be presenting the Youth Hub project to some very senior U.S. State Department officials in a colloquium, like a, I don't know this word Ukrainian, colloquium. I think it's in about
round table.
A round
Just
table,
like round table.
A State Department round table. It's going to be on December 13th. And we're only one of 4 that were chosen. So there's, I think, 50 of us, 50 CDAF participants, and we were one of the 4 chosen. So I'll be presenting all of the statistics and results, which will, I'm sure will increase other educational aid and programs for Ukraine.
Yeah, thank you. And we would, if you have a chance, just tell about the scaffolding of the project. As the Oksana Kovalenko was over here, and she was like the main message was from the ministry that they are hoping to have the same project for the teachers all over Ukraine. And we have around, Svetlana Mikhailivna, correct me if I'm wrong, around 4,000 or even more, 33,000 of teachers of English, right?
Yeah.
33,000.
Around 33.
Around 33,000 of teachers of English. So it would be a helping hand if for the next round we can have some support from the State Department and from the projects, any of the projects. Yes, so thank you very much, and thank you very much for being with us for these 2 months. It is for the teachers, and thank you very much for being with us starting from May.
Молодець.
Да, ми це зробили, і ми коли починали це робити минулого року, when we started doing it the last year, thinking about it, and I remember March, completing the application. It was the tough work. Me, Becky, and Daniel, we were doing it at nights and reading, proofreading, and rereading, recounting, and all of these things. It was. It took us about 2.5 months to complete all of the application forms, and we've done it. And I remember when Becky sent to me the link, and she told, I'm sure we can do it. And only, Becky, thanks to you and for your support. Thank you very much for what you are doing on behalf of all of the citizens and on behalf of you that you are doing to support Ukraine. You're doing a lot of things. Thank you very much. You know, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I love you very, very much. And thank you very much for supporting us in different projects like the hub. На здоров'я, okay, for supporting us, and thank you very much for your support with the hub light that we've done with the office, which is located in Chernivtsi on Ukrainska Street. We have all of the support that helped us last year during blackouts, and thanks to Becky and the team from the Americans, we've got all of the support, and we have the wireless internet and wireless routers, the power banks, and all of this support with the accumulators and everything. So thank you very much, Becky, for being that strong partner and a good friend. Yes. This is probably the final thing, and one of the remarks that the certificate for the participation of the course, they are going to be sent to you individually from my email address by the end of next week. So please, those who attended the workshops and everything, this, like, our course is supported with the 35 hours. So to the students, it is your mark for the module. Within the agreement, we have this with the university and with the department. And also just share, because it is supported by the institute, it is supported by the ministry. So it is like your professional development course. Thank you very much, and слава Україні, і ми всі разом дійсно зможемо дуже багато речей зробити. І сьогодні лунали тези, що ми формуємо, як Олександра сказала, ми формуємо ось ту ідентичність нації. Спасибі за те, що ви долучені, і за те, що ми, власне, формуємо ідентичність нації через призму наших дій і роботи з нашими дітьми. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. It was our pleasure, and see you in the continuation of our project from the next calendar year, as the all of the other people are saying it. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Thank you so much. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
До побачення. До
Bye. Thank
побачення
you.
всім. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Goodbye.